All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alexis. I'm the program manager. I want to thank you all for joining us for the first MFM meeting of the new year. I hope the holidays treated you all well. Today, we have 4 certified veteran-owned businesses presenting. As always, if you're not speaking, please keep your microphone muted. This session is being recorded and will be available on our YouTube channel. If you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat box throughout the session. We will open the floor for any questions at the end of all of the presentations. Before we begin today, I'd like to introduce you all to Catherine Loft of Morgan Stanley, an Avova corporate ally who will be speaking about applications for their Small Business Academy.
Thank you so much, Alexis. Hi, everyone. I wanted to hop on today to just make a quick announcement. Like Alexis said, my name is Catherine. I'm an associate on Morgan Stanley's Supplier Diversity team. I wanted to announce that Morgan Stanley Small Business Academy has launched applications for its second cohort, so they are now open and accepting submissions until February 3rd. The program itself seeks to promote equity and empower diverse-owned small business leaders. The program will run for 12 weeks, inclusive of workshops and modules, which is then followed by a year-long mentorship program with a Morgan Stanley employee working as your mentor and advocate. Following the call, a flyer will be shared, which links to our website. There you can find more information about our participation requirements. If you qualify, we strongly encourage you to consider and apply. Additionally, please feel free to reach out to the Academy team with any questions or concerns. Our email is msssba_inquiries@morganstanley.com. Once again, that information, the email, and much, much more is available on our website, which will be accessible through the flyer that's sent following the call. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Alexis and the Avova team, for letting me share this exciting announcement, and I'll pass it back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And as she said, keep an eye out in your emails for that information in the flyer that she has sent out. And now we will start with our presentations. First off, we have Anthony Cosby.
Alexis, may I interrupt for 1 second? Could we get Catherine to put the email information in the chat box?
She does not have access to the chat box.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Well, perfect. Alexis, thank you so much for handing it over to me, and welcome everybody again. Happy New Year. Hopefully everybody's 2023 is off to a great start. Today I'm going to tell you about my company, STZY. All right, a little bit about myself, Anthony Cosby. Of course, I'm an entrepreneur. I love to say that I love community impact. Retired from the Navy, and I went through the entrepreneurship boot camp for veterans with disabilities at Texas A&M back in 2019. So I've come to meet a lot of folks that's gone through the EBB program, and I just love to continue to network with like-minded individuals. So a little bit about my company, STZY. Started about 2 years ago. So it started off as an athletic sock company. One of the things that we saw was an open space for socks that had at least 80% or more cotton within them, because a lot of socks, athletic socks, were going away from cotton. But we also wanted to start a company that was giving back, that was mission-based. And something that I see from a lot of my veteran brothers and sisters that have their companies, that they want to have something that has purpose and meaning, so they can wake up every day. And for us, our motto is product equals purpose. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. But the model of the company is direct to consumer. We've been e-commerce since the evolution of the company. But this year, within the second year, we've already started talking to retail. Hopefully at the end of the month, we'll be able to make a big announcement for a partnership that we will be having with a retail giant here soon. And also licensing and private label. That's something that we dabbed into a little bit during our first year, but this year we definitely want to do a little bit more licensing and private label for potential clients. So some of the things that folks always say, why socks? Again, I thought that there was an opportunity because a lot of the socks that I had for athletics, and a lot of my veteran friends still work out, whether it's walking or doing CrossFit, a lot of those different type of things. Folks saw socks as a need, just as we saw them in the military, but not really seeing a pair of socks that really stood up to the test for most folks that are working out and doing those type of things. So again, we were able to answer a need by providing the most comfortable socks that we think are in the world by doing our development process. And we did seize on an opportunity. When we initially launched back in March of 2021, the inventory that I had, I thought we were going to keep it for 6 months. We sold out in a little 40 days. So we saw that we were onto something. And then we really went to put our foot on the gas, and we're able to develop 4 unique blends. We started off with 2 blends with our Adapt blend and our React blend for our no-shows. And then we came and started off with some other blends. So again, very heavy in cotton for our product, at least 80% cotton that we have in our product. And then we've been able to do some real creative badging, very minimalistic product, high on function, durability, but definitely just give it some little nose to catch the eye when folks are working out or when folks are just wearing the socks with their slacks or trousers or even with their leggings. And then with our no-shows, that's been a big popular sock for folks that love the no-show, that really don't want their socks to show, but want their sneakers to show as they're wearing. So some of the things that we saw for our enabling factors, just to share with you guys, is that we want to continue the innovation in footwear. We saw that the space of socks has been solely underrepresented. You have the big names that are making socks, but a lot of them, again, have gone and really just didn't put the quality in there anymore. And again, we love the storytelling piece with our mission base, where we're giving back to young athletes across the country to help them reach their goals, dreams, and aspirations. And one of the things that we saw with our 2 years is that we have a less than 2% product return rate. Folks love their product when you have an industry of about 20% folks that are returning their product. Better price point than a lot of the other athletic socks that are out there, our competitors. And then again, for us to be blessed to be on the part of NAVOBA and Disability In is definitely something that we hope in 2023 will help us continue to grow and scale the company. So some of the longevity things I just wanted to highlight really quick is that, we really want to become the #1 athletic sock brand in the world. Again, we have major athletes, influencers across the country that are wearing our product. And we see that we have a unique opportunity to continue to develop that product by engaging in partnerships and other joint ventures. We're getting ready to launch our other footwear, which is our slides, and we're very excited about that drop that's going to be coming at the end of the month. But just being able to focus and have so many informed consumers, the fitness enthusiasts, athletes, they just continue to want more from us. And our target markets have been very, very highly engaging from that 17 to 54 age group, have been very highly engaging. And then when you look at the locations of our top 5, your LA, Houston, Atlanta, Dallas, and Chicago, we're definitely hitting a lot of those key markets, but we want to continue to grow. And as I put in that caption there, Damian Lillard, who's one of the top 75 NBA players of all time, surprised us in order from us about 9 months ago, and followed on with 3 other orders. And interestingly enough, he wears STZY socks all over social media, but he has a $100 million Adidas contract. So go figure. He sent me a text one day and said, "Your socks are the best socks, period." So I thought that was pretty cool to get a testimonial for that from him. So we'll be working with him at the end of the season to be doing a private label for him as well. He's getting ready to launch his 5th album. He is a rapper as well, and asked us to do his private label sock. So excited about that. So how can you all engage with us? I thought of 2 ways. One, the private label piece, where you guys can work with our designers and we can create a private label sock. Now, again, for example, we were reached out by this one pest control company, and they said, "Hey, we love what you guys doing. We love what you guys are doing in the community." And most of our door knock guys are former athletes. So to pair with athletic socks as part of their onboarding package would be something that we really would want to get involved with you guys. And plus the giving back that you guys are doing for athletes in the community, we definitely want to be involved in that as well. So that logo that you see right there is Toasty. If anybody is in Colorado Springs on the call, that's the minor league team up in Colorado. We were able to partner with them, and they wanted us to do a private label for them. And initially, they just wanted the STZY logo. And of course, after they saw what we could do, they said, hey, can you do Toasty or our Laronas? So we were able to do both Toasty and Laronas. And then the other caption picture right there where you see STZY on the basketball court, that's actually my old high school. Just this year or late last year, I was able to partner with them, and we were able to give back to my old high school. So we have STZY all over the floor of the high school, and just being able to give back to them throughout the year. And we're going to do a basketball clinic before the end of the school season. So some of the folks that I have in my network are going to be coming down to my old high school and doing a basketball clinic for the community. So when I think about the benefits of partnership, again, creating that buzz, being able to invite my man Ron, who's a former Harlem Globetrotter, to come to one of the events, I think that would be really cool with the social buzz as well. And the chance to add that diversity and that value add. If you look at those young ladies right there holding the STZY sign, one of my old teammates reached out and said, hey, my wife is the new volleyball coach at Decatur High School in Alabama, and they love your socks. Would you be interested in sponsoring? So that was a no-brainer. So I was able to sponsor them and just really be able to help those young athletes as they continue to grow and fine-tune their skills. So for me, when you look at the next steps, if you would like to work with us, you'll work with our design team. Just send us your logo. We'll send you all samples. We'll approve the design, and we'll get the socks sent to you all. This is just one that we mocked up for you guys to see. So this is one with our badge labeling on there. We can do the mesh as well, but we do like to keep a lot of our socks very minimalistic, but they're very high in function. So for folks that are on their feet all day, your team members that are on their feet all day, we have high breathability within our socks. As you guys can see, the air vent on the top. We have a nice arch on the back to give that Achilles support for folks. And then we have that very cotton-like, cloud-like cushioning on the bottom that just make you feel like you're walking on clouds.
I know that I'm going to be something great one day. And I know the Lord will always be with me. My mom and my dad are my cheerleaders. I'm very married to Cosby, a 9-year-old who made it. You'll see my name on the billboard. And keep pushing forward.
Now, I did not tell you anything about this video, but that video, that was my young daughter. She's 10 years old. She's an elite tennis player, and her goal is to be in Wimbledon by age 15. She works very, very hard in school to be an A student, as well as her craft. She's an accomplished artist as well. She loves to paint. But when I think about STZY and I think about what we're able to do for young athletes, by just letting them know that we're proud of them, whether it's sending them some STZY socks or being able to help a young athlete with a tennis lesson or two or a golf lesson or two. Those are some of the things and qualities that I want to continue to grow. So as STZY grows as a company, our giving is going to grow, and we're truly appreciative of folks like you all that are willing to listen to our story and to hopefully at one day be able to partner with us. So with that, I'll take any questions if we take questions, Alexia. If not, I'll pop my information into the chat and I'll turn it back over to you, ma'am.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And up next, we have Tony Bryant.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to share my screen here so you can see the beginning slide of the presentation. I am Tony Bryant, the CEO of A2A Integrated Logistics. Let me see here. Can everyone see that? All righty. So A2A Integrated Logistics, we are not just a logistics company. We are a full spectrum supporter of several different industries in procurement, supply, and staffing solutions. for healthcare, for industrial, and for technology. Here's our agenda today. Company overview, core team introduction, give a little bit about who we are and what we do, recent strategic developments in the company, the industry supported goods and services in our verticals, our nationwide current customer map, a little bit about our e-commerce secure client portal, our dedicated customer service model and commitment, and questions and answers. So Integrated Logistics is we're a full spectrum support company. We've been in business a little over 12 years. We currently support professional procurement, professional staffing services for several different verticals: healthcare, manufacturing, pharmaceutical, medical industry, government, IT industry predominantly. We have prime position and past performance within commercial, federal, state, and local governments. We are 8A certified in the business development program with the Small Business Administration. We're verified service disabled veteran owned and verified, service disabled veteran owned and verified with the Department of Veteran Affairs. We are state historically underutilized business in North Carolina. We're a licensed pharmaceutical distributor in 35 states, and we're an authorized distributor and supplier of several Fortune 500 companies. Here's our core leadership support team from left to right: myself, Obi McKenzie, who's also a former managing director of BlackRock Capital, Dr. Kelechi Aronya, who is our designated rep for our company, managing our pharmaceutical vertical and our medical supply vertical that requires licensing and FDA 510Ks and other regulatory requirements. We have Deborah Rodriguez, who is our Director of Customer Vendor Relations, Carolina Batista, our Customer Service Manager, Leo, who's our Lead Customer Service Rep, Dr. Elias, who's our Chief Technology Officer, Dina, who's a Director of MedSurg and in our product support vertical, and Alexis, who works in our accounting department as our lead accounting tech. Here's a current list of our customers, partial list. We have Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies, plus a lot of large agency companies that we work with and organizations that we work with. Everyone from the Marine Corps to Indian Health Services to NASA, included Defense Logistics Agency. Some of our certifications that we went over: we are a Six Sigma company. As I mentioned before, we are 8A certified, and we are a National Minority Supplier Development Council member, first tier, and we're an ISO 9000 2015 company. Some of our recent strategic developments: we were just awarded a $46.9 million contract with the United States Marine Corps. This is a life cycle contract for procurement of supplies and authorized supplies on their list for IT, machinery, and industrial supplies. We are qualified with Premier, which is a group purchasing organization with purchasing power of over $100 billion, which means we're able to pass on those great discounts that we get as being a part of that network to our customers for varying products and services. We're identified as a preferred partner with McKesson Medical Surgical. McKesson is a $287 billion powerhouse distributor for medical products, which we're able to support to our various different verticals with over 600,000 items within the catalogs and formularies that we support, predominantly through e-commerce and other relationships. We also qualified recently as a Vizient supplier, which means we supply into the network of over 19,000 healthcare facilities across the United States. We actually looked at that partnership as another way for us to cut costs and improve quality and market performance to all of our interested customers. Recently, we also won a $998 million value supply contract with Leidos Corporation and a subsidiary, which is QTC Management. We'll be providing, or we have started providing, a myriad of industrial, medical, pharmaceutical, and professional staffing services to the Department of Defense underneath this contract. Lastly, but not least, we are a verified accredited wholesale drug distributor. There are only 710 companies in the whole United States who obtain this National Association Boards of Pharmacy accreditation. This demonstrates our commitment to have best-in-class practices and services within our pharma supply vertical. Here's an overview of the industry supported for supply. We supply healthcare, we supply IT technical support, and also industrial. Here are some of the, for industry supported for professional staffing. You see in the healthcare banner here from left to right, the various positions that we support for staffing on a professional basis. This is into commercial and as well as federal government. So we provide doctors of pharmacy, licensed pharmacists, pharmacy technicians, phlebotomists, hospitalists, specialty technicians, registered nurses. I won't read the full list to you. You can see the various positions there. For the industrial realm, we have starting with machinists all the way down to service engineers and various quality and inspection personnel, whether it be on-site, off-site, in-plant, wherever they may need, field service, testers, fabricators, and maintenance technicians. On the professional, technological side of the house, we have management consultants, operation support analysts, integrated master schedulers, program managers, all the way down to trainers and master trainers that may support your internal training needs. For program support, mission support, what have you, under the professional services that you may be providing, and any service gaps that you might have with your customer. We're able to come in, map out your process, and efficiently train your folks to do what they need to do. This is for temporary staffing as well as your corporate personnel. This is our current customer map. It also includes Alaska at the top left and Hawaii on the bottom left. We're support over 130 locations nationwide. And this is rapidly growing. We're looking at supporting another 25 locations just in the state of Washington alone here over the next second quarter. We also have a very secure and very rapid, secure online purchasing within our own client supply portal. It is an online ordering it has your customized contract pricing, digital contracted list for our customers at whatever vertical we may be supporting, the things that they need. We can put that together and make sure that they have a streamlined process from soup to nuts, from ordering product and getting it delivered. All of the costs and everything are transparent. Everything, even with tax management, is all rooftop calculation embedded into the system. Order history, logistics support in the form of tracking, and everything is right there at the fingertips of wherever your procurement or supply persons or logistics persons may be that need to procure supplies and products from us. We have dedicated customer service. We don't like bots. So when you call A2A help desk, or when you chat online with our folks, you're actually talking to real people. So you'll have any one of the 4 people you see on the left. Actually, there's 5 people that man that chat support at customer service venue, if you will, digital venue live every Monday through Saturday. So, most of our folks don't like talking to bots, and neither do I, and I understand why. So when you hit that button and you say you need assistance, someone live from A2A will be assisting you. So I'm practicing the 3 B's today. I wanted to be brief, be brilliant, and be gone. That puts us right at about a 1 minute less than what we planned for the 10 minutes. If there are any questions, we'll be available to the end. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Up next, we have Dr. Dan Friederich.
Thanks, Alexis. And I'm going to pull up my, can you see that? My slide?
Not yet.
Okay, not yet. Okay. We're sharing it.
Perfect, thank
Hello.
you.
Yeah, we're here. Okay, so hello, I am Dr. Dan Friederich, and my company is Eyeganics. Eyeganics makes the world's only certified organic eye drop. We offer the most natural relief possible for dry, tired eyes. And with modern screen usage time these days, people need to be keeping their eyes lubricated for optimal eye health and function. So more and more, the need for eye drops for people is going up because everyone's on screens so often and they're not blinking as much. And ours is the only eye drop that is actually certified organic, is actually chemical free, and it's actually 100% natural. So we're very proud of that. We started in 2015 and have been, took 7 years of work and research to get, FDA and USDA approvals. And so we launched earlier this year in April, our brand. So, but who are we? So we are doctors that have been investigating the benefits of living organic and plant-based for over 10 years. So I'm an eye doctor and my wife Erin is a pharmacist, and our unique combination of ocular and pharmaceutical expertise is the cornerstone of research and development. But way before we ever, had this idea to start Eyeganics, I was a young guy, and I spent 15 months in Iraq as a truck driver, and Erin and I wrote each other a letter every day to, stay in touch. And even before that, when I signed up for the Army, America had come under attack by terrorists. And, the reason that, I signed up and, had this detour from, my educational track was because it felt like the right thing to do. And I did it because it felt like the right thing to do, to give back to our country and to help our country in its time of need. And the same can be said about Eyeganics. When my little son, John, who you can see him here, he's 8 now, but when he was just a little 6-month-old baby, I remember one night, I'll never forget it, because that's when I had the idea, was he was laying on his little table and his eyes looked kind of irritated. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll put a drop in for him. And I went to the cabinet to kind of see what we had and looked at some of the ingredients. And it was kind of weird because, in school, you learn early on in eye doctor school that, when you put eye drops into your eyes, those chemicals get directly absorbed into your body. A good example is there's glaucoma eye drops that have like a 0.01% concentration of their active ingredient. But when you put those drops in your eyes, that ingredient can still affect your breathing and affect your heart rate. And that's a known fact. And so I'm looking at this little 6-month-old and I'm looking at some of the ingredients in the normal eye drops out there. And it was just like, this is crazy. I can't put this in a baby's eyes. And so I was like, okay, well, there must be something out there where it is okay for a kid or a baby or someone who doesn't want, these random chemicals like boric acid, which is used in ant and roach killer, and also in 80% of eye drops in our country. You don't want that going into your body, maybe. So anyway, I looked around and none of them, it didn't exist. And so it was like, okay, well then this is the right thing to do. This is, we're going to do this, like no matter what it takes. And so then it took 7 years because it's really hard to do. But that's how Eyeganics came to be. So our mission, we want to help people's eyes feel better with drops that are as pure as possible. We want to respect the health of our conscious customer and then offer relieving remedies that are sustainably sourced from our precious earth. So our drops are the only ones in the world that are FDA approved, chemical free, and certified organic. And really we're here to serve the growing number of customers that do not want, big pharma chemicals in their body and want more natural organic options for their health. And if you go to our website at eyeganics.com, you'll see almost 50 reviews and, dozens that are talking about how I've tried every drop. For years, my eyes have been so bothered, and thank you so much. Your drops changed my life. This has been life-changing. Thank you. And that alone has made it, it's so much, it's been worth all the, work it took to get here, to seeing how many people we're helping already. And to the retailers on this call, of course, please check that out. And, we can bring this to your customers that you serve and, the people that you want to, take care of. And finally, Eyeganics offers partners excellent margins. And by having Eyeganics on your shelf, you can differentiate your business because it's the world's only certified organic eye drop. And also I would mention, we do have big retailer experience. And so we have worked with a retailer who's in the top 5 in the United States. We're in 2,500 stores as a private label right now under one of their house brands. And so we do, going through that process, onboarding, we've been through that. I know everything it takes, all that, all the stuff you got to do to kind of, fit into that mold. So just FYI, we do have experience with big retailers, like some of Novova's partners that are here today. And so, my ask of you is that, if you're a retailer who sells products like ours, then please reach out to me and get me in touch with your buyers to, help start that conversation. Those conversations can be tough to find sometimes. And then if you're not a retailer and you're on this call, just tell your friends, anyone who uses eye drops, tell them about Eyeganics. And thank you for your time.
All right, thank you very much. And last but not least, we have John Bryant.
Yeah, I'm John Bryant, the Chief Growth Officer of Friederich Coffee. Actually, Luke Schneider is going to be the one presenting today. I'll be presenting the video. He'll be the one speaking. He's the CEO, the man, the myth, and the legend up there.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, today. Looking forward to this, and great to hear about those great brands. Also, Novova certified. I'm going to be checking those out myself. Great stories there. And here next to me is my brother, Lukeson. He just got out of the Navy, so we are honored to have him on our team and continue to have more veterans engaged in our company. I am a Navy veteran, and we are Novova certified, and we like to think we're your rescue from ordinary coffee, and we are fire department coffee. So let's kick this off. Next slide, please. So it started with a need for caffeine, working long hours, long shifts. I was a shipboard firefighter in the Navy. Got out of the Navy, became a civilian firefighter. I was full-time for the city of Rockford as a firefighter paramedic. Worked there for 12 years. During that time, met my wife, who was a barista, and firefighters drink a lot of coffee. And so I instantly fell in love with my wife, and we fell in love with the craft of coffee. We started brewing coffee together, and then eventually started roasting it together. And we wanted to do a coffee that spoke to being a firefighter and giving back. So I did a fire department blend, and out of everything we did, that took off. So in 2016, launched Fire Department Coffee with a mission to make great coffee and support our fellow firefighters and first responders. And that's how it all started, as a direct consumer on e-commerce. And we have, this is some of our team. This represents just a small portion of our team, but a lot of these people here are engaged in our media, our creative parts of our brand. Next slide, please. And we like to be family focused, super premium, fun and memorable, and socially responsible. It's important that as we grew our brand, starting in the D2C space, that we engaged with our community and audience, and we were able to do that on social media and building an online footprint. And we have since been able to expand past that. And this is just an overview of our demographics. We have a large demographics, and we have research that supports that not only is our brand received very well with the mass market, it's also received very well in minority demographics. Next slide, please. So this also shows that not only do we have a significant presence in the United States, we also are international. We do sell internationally as well, but United States being the focus of that. Next slide, please. We also are bringing innovation into the market, and there is a national retailer currently picking this up. Spirit infused coffee, we started in 2016. You may have heard of barrel conditioned coffees. This spirit infused coffee is a proprietary process that I created in 2016, where we infuse the spirit into the alcohol, and the alcohol roast off in the roasting process. We have this in bagged coffee as well as the single serve pods. And we recently brought this innovation into the ready to drink category. And we have the first ever non-alcoholic Irish coffee. It's infused with real whiskey and has the taste of the whiskey, but without the alcohol. Next slide, please. So our mission is very simple. It's support our community, support our team, make great coffee, and support our fellow firefighters and first responders. Next slide. So very early on, we didn't want to just create a firefighter brand and say we're out there to make the best coffee and just leave it at that. We wanted to do more than that. So very early on, we started the Fire Department Coffee Charitable Foundation, which the focus of the foundation is to give back and support our fellow firefighters who've been sick or injured while on the job. Next slide. As I was saying earlier, content creation and building that engagement on social media has been a big focus from the very beginning to make sure that we're engaging with our audience and our customers, and that builds that lifetime value and the loyalty with our customers. And we continue to do this. And across all channels, we have approximately 5 million followers. Next slide, please. This is an example of some of our partnerships. So we're partnered with multiple Fortune 500 companies. And what we found is that partnering with larger companies allows us to have higher production value with our content creation. So we create fun and engaging videos, and then we incorporate these products into our videos, and it helps us fund our content and grow our brand and reach. This is an example of one of those partnerships. This was a rescue tool that we highlighted, and just 3 videos we posted had over 50 million views. Next slide, please. Major activations. We have a lot planned for 2023. As I had mentioned earlier, our brand is growing nationally. And we have national distribution, multiple distribution outlets, as well as a very strong supply chain. We spent the last 6 years really developing our infrastructure and operations to support our growth. And now we're ready to get out there in the market even more. So we are this year officially the official coffee of the NHRA, which will be announced soon. We will have major activations at all of the NHRA events, which is the National Hot Rod Association, which has approximately a 20 million fan base. And we will be the official coffee. And we're also partnered with Antron Brown, who is one of the top racers in the NHRA. We'll be doing activations at every event, and as well as multiple national commercials that we'll be doing on multiple media outlets. And we'll also be highlighting either organizations that we give back to or local heroes and first responders at every race. And we also are going to be a prime sponsor in NASCAR in the Xfinity Series. So that's another way that we're going to be expanding our presence online, digitally, and in the media. And we're excited to continue to expand, not only to be a brand that speaks to being firefighters and first responders, but also firefighters love cars, they love trucks, they love racing, and we also love to travel. Next slide, please. So you can see, as you know, when firefighters are on their time off, we love to travel, we love to visit locations. And with all the activations we have planned, we are planning a lot of travel ourselves to all these activations. And we love to highlight any of our partners on social media, as well as them being able to help us grow our mission, allows us to give back more. And we always want to highlight that not only through our media outlets, but through our website and the other things that we're doing in the activations. And so we're actually getting a fire truck donated to us this year, which will have some major brands that will be a part of this in communications and all types of things. But the main focus of this fire truck, this is not the actual fire truck, but it's an example of the type of fire truck it's actually going to be a new fire truck that's outfitted specifically to deploy to disasters, so that when there's a disaster, Fire Department Coffee can deploy the fire truck, and we're able to serve that community, whether it's through communications, because one of the biggest things when there's a disaster is people need to be able to get in touch with their families and loved ones, and we want to be able to help them do that, as well as give them a place where they can be dry, wash their clothes. We'll have obviously a coffee compartment that will be able to serve them coffee, give them towels, blankets, warm shelter. We'll be able to pull out a shelter from this that is going to be specifically designed by the engineers of the fire truck company to be able to just serve those communities when there's a disaster and show them that we support them. We want to be there for them. And then also this truck will be used in multiple activations. It'll be at majority of the NHRA activations, and we'll be engaging with the families there. The kids can be able to step up in the fire truck, spray a fire hose, or learn about fire safety as we're out there engaging with these communities. Next slide, please. So we also not only have had a lot of significant growth in national retail, but we have significant opportunities for unconventional, what we call unconventional coffee retail opportunities, where maybe coffee wouldn't normally be sold, but with our brand and with the give back, there may be brands that want to support us and support that mission to give back. So we have these countertop or tabletop shippers that we can put the coffee in. We can customize the shipper where with our fulfillment center, we can ship 20,000 plus orders per day, and we can easily fulfill these direct to your location if you did not want to send them through your distribution centers. But these allow us to give that presence at the register or near the register, where we can highlight certain things, whether it be the official coffee of the NHRA or the give back or the charity or how much it gives back. And we can highlight that and do some really cool stuff. And this allows us to grow our brand and mission. And we're excited to be talking about this today, and hoping that some of the Novoba partners here would want to partner with us and help us grow that mission. We've been very fortunate and blessed to be also partnered with Albertsons and Myers, great organizations and retail outlets. So we're very proud to be there. We're in all the Albertsons in every single division, including United. And we're in some of the Myers and hoping to expand that partnership and relationship this year as well. But some of these are some examples of some of the retailers that we're currently in, but we have confirmation from multiple other national retailers that we'll be expanding into in 2023, with a projected growth to be over 10,000 retailers by the end of 2023. Next slide, please. And that's all. Thank you very much for everybody's time. We look forward to hopefully working together, and please get in touch. I'll leave my email in the chat, but I believe John, who is our Chief Growth Officer, has left that already. And we would love to talk about working together and how we can either partner on the media side or on the retail side. Thank you again. And thank you, Novoba, for allowing us this opportunity to present today.
All right, thank you all of our presenters and everyone for being here. We are going to open the floor for questions, and I'm seeing that there have been a few questions in the chat box. So the first one was for Anthony Cosby. Is there a minimum order quantity for the custom label?
Sure. Right now, our minimum order is 1,000, but we can have that, or either if you want 250, 250, 250, 250 are different, but 1,000 right now is our minimum order. Thank you.
All right, another question for you. Where can you purchase the STZY socks? You're muted.
Sure, you can go to our website, and I'll pop that back in there, but you can go to STZYfootwear.com and purchase if you like, and please share. Thank you.
Thank you. One question was, Dan, where can we buy your eye drops? He did answer that on his website, Eyeganics.com. And I believe those are all the questions that were in the chat. If I missed it, please feel free to speak up. But if anyone has any other questions, now would be the time.
This is is Mimi. I just wanted to congratulate all the presenters today. Great job, great products, very interesting. So thank you for your support with Novoba. And as you all know, I am the corporate contact, so I'm happy to help you out with any of the corporations that you may have interest in that are corporate allies of ours. So I'm going to put my email here. And great job. Thanks.
Yeah, hey, it's Nancy Connor. I want to reiterate that we have an interesting lineup today. I told Alexis last week this was going to be a good presentation today. And one of the most impactful things to me was that, you know, when we were practicing and doing our kind of rehearsal on Friday, we had identified a couple of opportunities for these 4 suppliers to partner together already. So great example of, you know, what the power of the Novoba network. So thanks, everybody.
All right, and there is another question. A2A, do you have any collaborative government contracts?
Collaborative government contracts, meaning we need subcontractors? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm waiting to see if they're
Okay, no
typing
problem.
back. Piggybacks or GSA?
We're a prime, so, you know, there are always existing opportunities. We're chasing about 6 big opportunities right now where we will be needing additional staffing support because it's all about human capital, and the reach that you can extend to get other folks on the team is great whenever we can do that. GSA is a little different, but if there's an opportunity to resell a product, for example, Dan's Eyeganics product, we do have products within our medical surgical GSA. So the other GSA that would cover that would be 65-1 Bravo, and we're very interested in that as well. So there's plenty of opportunities for that. So the answer is yes.
Okay, and next question was a follow-up. Are there any subcontracting opportunities?
Yes, again, with us, yeah, again, we're all about teaming, and we'll put a teaming in place with preferably with SDVOSBs. That way we maintain what we have to maintain as far as the participation and the rate that they need to see on those contracts that are set aside, but plenty of opportunities for subcontracting with the right teammate.
All right, thank you so much. And if there aren't any other questions, we can go ahead and give you some time back in your day. If you're a VBE that hasn't presented yet, please send me an email, alexis@novoba.org. And if you are a corporate ally that is interested in presenting, you can also email me or Mimi, and her email is in the chat. And if there are no other questions, I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Alexis.
Thank y'all. Y'all take care.
One alibi, we're adding our website. So that's A2A's website there.
Thank you, and I'll leave the meeting open for a minute or two so anyone can write down what they need from the chat.
Luke, we have to get you guys into HEB here in San Antonio, so let me know, man. I know people, so.
Yeah, we would love that.